Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Jen and this is my channel. Hey guys, what is up? We are today eating like LifeByJen, in case you haven't figured it out from the intro. What do you need to know about LifeByJen? So LifeByJen is like a weight loss channel, but she's not been very successful in her weight loss. In my opinion, this is partly because she does a thing called keto. Keto can work, but let me let you in a secret. You still have to count calories in order for it to work. And there's two types of keto. You have dirty keto and keto. Healthy keto, clean keto, whatever you want to call it. Jen does dirty keto, which basically means it's a lot of processed foods, lots of cheese, lots of cream, lots of butter, and it's just quick and easy. It's meant to be for when you're on the go, when you're out and about and you want to stick to your keto diet, but you haven't got time to eat or to cook, and you know, it's just the quickest and easiest option is to have just like a burger or something without the bun. Jen is famous for doing keto like this, and this is partially why she doesn't succeed, because one, it's too much processed food. Processed food is bad for you. It's unhealthy, it's got too much sodium in it, and on top of that she doesn't count calories. You still need to count calories. If you're overeating, you're overeating. It doesn't matter if it's keto or not. In case you're wondering what keto actually is, keto is just basically a low carb or zero carb, pretty much. You can have up to between 30 to 50 grams a day. I've done keto many times. I've dieted on keto for bodybuilding shows and got into crazy lean condition. My keto is different from her keto. I eat whole foods, I eat salmon, I eat oily fish, I eat nuts and seeds, eggs, I have a lot of vegetables. Well, vegetables are permitted within keto, so leafy greens and stuff like that. It's just healthy whole foods, but just no carbohydrates. We're gonna start off by making breakfast, and I especially bought a waffle maker for this occasion because I'm gonna make chaffles. And frankly, I'm actually really excited about doing this video because one, I had quite a high carb weekend, so I could do with a low carb day. Two, I think I'm actually gonna enjoy every single meal because of the fact that I like eating high fat food. I eat low carb normally speaking. I do like eating like this. I just choose not to because it's unhealthy and it's bad for you to eat like that all the time. I'm just really curious about the chaffles, I'm not gonna lie. I did find a video, but she seems to have deleted it or privated it or something. So I'm kind of going on what I remember, which is it's gonna have full fat cheese. I'm gonna stick in there some eggs, some almond flour that I have in the cupboard here. I'm also gonna use some mature cheddar, just because I like the flavor. And we're gonna serve that with, I know the iconic turkey patties aren't here. They don't do them in the UK, guys. I had a look. So chicken sausages, which I'll pan fry in butter because everything has to be pan fried in butter. I'm gonna have that with eggs with cheese, obviously. So I'm basically gonna have sausage with eggs and cheese, and then more eggs and cheese.
Cheese.
That's gonna be my breakfast, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. Jen does do intermittent fasting, as do I, and it's actually coming up to 20 past 10 now. So I'm just gonna get cracking with this breakfast, and yeah, I'm really excited about trying this diet out. So let's get cooking, shall we? Before I do it, I know that Jen cooks in portions because she claims that what she does is that she stocks them for later on when she gets hungry, she can eat from it. She's a big lady. I don't necessarily think that cooking food that she loves to eat in large portions to save for a later date is the best way forward. But I'm gonna halve the portions because I'm gonna do the cheesecake bites as well, so I'm only gonna do half of this. It happened again. My battery it should have been fully charged. I literally picked it up off the charger, it was green. So annoying. Let me try and recap. Basically, the chaffles are really nice. The food is very heavy though, so I've almost finished it. I had 4 sausages, 2 chaffles, and eggs. In the chaffles, I put a large egg, 1 large egg, 100 grams of cream cheese, 30 grams of mature cheddar, and I also put in there 30 grams of almond flour. Mixed that all together. I don't think I did it quite right. It was a bit soggy. It set off my fire alarms. I don't know why. It wasn't smoking, but it was steaming. I had 3 large eggs with 30 grams of cheese, and then for the sausages, I pan fried them in some butter, 10 grams of butter to be precise, and I had 4 sausages, and I had that, served that with some sugar-free syrup on top of the chaffles. They are very nice. It is very filling. I mean, it is tasty. I'm not gonna lie, it's cheese. It's cheese with cheese. Of course it's gonna be, if you like cheese, it's gonna be tasty, right? But it's very heavy. I have no idea what the calories are on this, but I'm gonna guess that this meal probably came down to probably around 1,000 calories.
What the fuck? No.
This is shocking. This is really bad. It was tasty, but fuck. I'm kind of gutted that I've lost the file now because my camera died, and when that happens my file gets corrupted.
Nobody cares!
But nonetheless, it's nice. But I'm in quite the food coma. I actually have a bit of a headache from eating that, and I feel quite full up. Not nice full up. It's hard to explain. It's not like, I don't feel full up as in like stuffed in my stomach. I just feel like the food sits up here, like it's just too greasy, you know. It is too much fat in one sitting, basically. And this comes from somebody that eats a high-fat diet, but I don't see how somebody can have particularly productive days eating like this on a regular basis, because I'm struggling to keep my focus. Don't know why I touched my nose. I meant to do this. It is not much later, but I am committed to the calls, and because of that, I'm gonna make a Jen special, which is cheesecake bites.
Alright, there are my little sugar-free Jello cream cheese bite.
Which requires cream cheese and jelly. Now, I am committed, but I'm not that committed because I'm still incredibly full up from the food earlier. I'm not, the thought of food is not even crossing my mind. In fact, I'm kind of only starting to feel a bit normal now. I think I'm starting to digest, but I'm not remotely hungry. But I'm kind of curious to try one of these little guys, so I'm just gonna make one. And apparently what you do is get some cream cheese and just roll it in some of this powder. That's it. I don't know how this is gonna be. Then a teaspoon. Hold on. Maybe I should get you down here a bit more. Isn't that a good idea? There you go, a teaspoon. I don't know, 10 grams, 15 grams, something like that. Just pop it in there. Apparently this is supposed to be nice. Do you know what, it's not bad actually. It's weird. So the jelly is like sticking to your teeth. It's nice, but it's weird. So initially you get like a super strong pang of like incredibly like tangy raspberry from this jelly, and then you get a hint of the creaminess from the cream cheese, obviously. And then afterwards, like the consistency is nice, slightly gritty because of this, but once you've sort of dissolved it, you're left with like a layer of stickiness around your teeth. I mean, the taste is nice, but it's weird. I'm glad I've tried it, but we'll leave it at that. It's 2:30 already, and I kind of should eat food, but I'm still not very hungry, guys, because I ate like 1,200 calories and 100 grams of fat in one go. But I do need to eat again, so luckily this next meal is quite light. It's just cottage cheese and strawberries. So this is what I will have now. Whilst I continue editing, I'm editing a vlog for my other channel, a training vlog actually, because I trained with my coach a little over a week ago, and I filmed in his gym, and yeah, it's kind of like a promo for his gym and for his products, as well as just showing you guys how I train with my coach. What I can do maybe is give you a little sneak peek. But yeah, go check that out. That will be on my other channel. Time to have a cup of cottage cheese and a cup of strawberries. Now I am gonna flavor my cottage cheese with some vanilla, and I believe she also sticks some sugar-free syrup on that.
1 cup of cottage cheese, and I cut up a cup of strawberries.
Cottage cheese is quite good because it's actually quite filling, and it doesn't have a lot of calories. So I like cottage cheese. It's got a bit of a weird consistency, but 250 grams of bloody hell. It's a lot of cottage cheese. It's about 140 grams. There we go. Cottage cheese with blueberry, raspberry, strawberries. And this is some sugar-free syrup, so that is my second meal. Should probably talk to you about keto a little bit. So, what is keto? Keto is a way of eating which is low carb, to virtually zero carb, I've said that already, and high fat. Technically, you can get into ketosis by just cutting out the carbohydrates, but in order to feel good on keto, you need to make sure you're eating high fat as well, because the body uses the fats for energy. And this is basically what happens when you go to ketosis. The body is using fat cells and fat that has been ingested for energy as opposed to carbohydrates.
In ketosis, our body uses fat to create an energy source called ketone bodies in a process called ketogenesis. Now, while this is a natural process, we aren't typically in a state of ketosis.
And some people don't like it because when you go into ketosis you can get keto flu, but often it's because they don't hydrate enough, they don't have enough sodium in their diet, and a lot of people, keto gets a very bad rep because people have dirty keto where they play like this carb game where it's like, oh, I'm eating this but it has this much fiber, so actually this is the amount of net carbs, or you know, it has alcohol, carbohydrates. I don't keto like that. I don't agree with it. I'm sure there is a logic behind it. I count up total carbs. A carb is a carbohydrate. I don't look at the alcohols, the sugar alcohols. I don't look at the fibers. I just look at the total carbohydrates. And that's how I have done keto before, and I've been incredibly successful. I actually eat low carb anyway. I'm not a big carb person. I don't think keto is for everyone. Like many diets and lifestyles, it has to fit in with your lifestyle, with your taste buds. Are you a sweet person? Are you a savory person? Do you need a lot of carbohydrates? Do you not? It all varies. If you like eating carbs, then don't do keto. It's as simple as that, right? The benefits of keto is that basically you eat very high fat and you eat a lot of protein. It fills you up more because of the density of the food. Now obviously it's more, because it is more calorically dense, you do have to be mindful. You can't just free fall eat everything because calories, and you can overeat. But the positive is that it doesn't spike your insulin as much, and it just takes longer to digest, so you don't really get the cravings once you're eating keto. But the way you should eat keto, it should be just healthy vegetables that are keto friendly. So you're looking at leafy greens and all of that, cabbages, things like that, broccoli, protein, healthy sources of fat like avocado, olive oils, nuts, seeds. That's how you should do keto. Just whole food without the carbohydrates, basically. Busy but productive day. So it is now 4:30? Yeah, 4:30. And it's time to make the taco salad. They do that a lot of sweet, actually, taco salad. Got a mix, a spice mix that I've got here. It's got chili, paprika, smoked paprika, black pepper, herbs, salt, pepper, onion. Then I have to put on top of it, because this is what Jen did.
Is my whopping dinner. Yummy. I cannot wait to eat. I'm very hungry.
I have salsa, guacamole, none of it is homemade, sour cream, cheese, obviously. Is it a meal if there's no cheese in there? Come on now. That's not even a question. We know Jen doesn't do meals without cheese. And I have some of these salads left over, what are they called? Romaine. So I'll stick that as my base. And I also have jalapenos. I don't really do banana peppers over here, so I didn't have any of those. But I have all of that. I think I'm going to put a squeeze of lime through there as well, because a lime is nice on Mexican food. And also mince. And I'll probably fry that off with half an onion. And I'll stick some normal peppers through there, through the mince. So I have here half a kilo of 12% fat mince. I would personally use 5% fat, but again, I don't even think you really get that in America. I think you have to go to like a special butcher's for it, but in the UK it's everywhere. So I'm going to prepare this. I probably won't have a very big plate because I'm not very hungry, and for dessert I have a protein bar. The question is though, are we going to go for dark chocolate and raspberry or birthday cake? I love the gourmet birthday cake. It's probably one of my favorites. Anyway, let's get frying. I have a massive plate of food here, and I'm not actually hungry at all. I could easily not eat for the rest of the day or eat something small, but alas, here we are. So I put on here jalapenos, some salsa. Let me try just the salsa on its own, see if it's any decent. It's not bad, it's fresh actually. Try the guacamole. It's alright. Forgot the lime. Let's squeeze some lime on there. Honestly, it's not a bad meal, it's just really large. I used about half of the mince, a little bit less. You can probably stay within ketosis with it, it looks quite nice, it's just a lot. It's just a big meal. And I didn't necessarily take, so I took a couple of her days rather than the same day back to front. But I'm fairly sure that this is how she eats normally because she's like over 500 pounds, so. It's quite nice because the tomatoes are a little bit spicy. Get the mild sour cream coming through, bit of a kick from the jalapenos, not too much. I really like the mature cheddar through there as well, so you kind of get that flavor first before you get the other flavors. It is quite messy to eat though. In terms of calories, I actually don't think that this is very calorie dense. I mean, there's going to be a little bit from the sides, but I only had like a tablespoon of each. The mince is not going to be super bad either. It's 12% fat. Nah, it might be. I don't know. I reckon all of this maybe like 600-700 calories. This is very nice, but it is very big, and I feel like I've been eating quite a lot, quite a big bite. I haven't literally made a dent into it. Oh, I literally haven't made a dent into it. But I probably would make this again, actually. I would probably make my own guacamole. I'd make my own salsa, because it's not that hard to make these things, but yeah, nice. I would probably definitely make this again. Oh, so full up. Oh my word. Let's stick it in my fitness pal, shall we? Right, so that meal came down to just around 600 calories actually, just under, which is not too bad. I didn't calculate in the lettuce because, I mean, I could put it in there I suppose, why not? It's like 3 carbs, 16 calories, well, however, it's in there. So far today, I've had almost 2200 calories, 2162. My macros are 50 grams of carbs, so I've already come out of ketosis. 150 grams, 144 grams of fat, and 164 grams of protein. I'm allowed to have a grenade bar, so let me just stick that in as well as a last thing. So my total calories, including the grenade protein bar, it's going to come to 2379. My carbs are going to be 63. Well, at the top end of keto you can have 50 grams, and I think that's for probably people that are quite athletic and busy. If you sit on your arse all day long, you can't eat 50 grams of carbs. You will be out of ketosis. All of the food I've had so far today is not keto, which is the reason why Jen probably fails with keto and fails with weight loss, because she doesn't actually eat low enough in carbohydrates to get into ketosis. And you can play the net carb game as much as you want, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. If it did, she would have lost more weight by now. And I know, I've been into ketosis many a times. I can smell it when I'm in ketosis. It has a certain smell. But fat will be 152 grams and protein 190. However, all in all, I'm actually still under my calorie limit for the day because I'm eating 2500. I'm about 130 under my calorie limit. It is time for dessert. My little birthday cake protein bar. Very good. Alright, thoughts. Keto in itself can work. It doesn't work for everybody. Dirty keto should only be done if you're out and about and you can't eat healthy like you should. Eating like this every day is incredibly unhealthy. A lot of saturated fat, a lot of trans fats, incredible amounts of sodium, and it's just unhealthy. There's many studies out there that have proven that those kinds of fats are bad for you. Don't get me wrong, animal fat is not bad in moderation. Trans fats are very bad for you. It's just a very lazy way of eating, and for long term it's not going to be successful because you still need to count the calories. The breakfast was very big, the other meals not so much, but if people eat like this every single day, it's unhealthy. Where were the vegetables? Except for what was in the salad. But otherwise, there's not enough green. There's not enough healthy fats. There's not enough lean protein. It's just fat. It's just quick, easy and fat. Cheese is good. You can have some cheese. A serving of cheese a day is fine. Eating What did I have today? I probably had like I had around 100 grams of cream cheese and probably around 100 grams of cheddar on top of that, or close to 100 grams. It's ridiculous. I don't need to eat 200 grams of cheese in a day. Would I recommend this diet? Keto, if it's done healthy, if it works for you because you like eating lower carbs, higher fat, you cook from scratch, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'm gonna be biased because I like it. The way she does, no, it's just unhealthy. It's just unhealthy eating, and nobody should be eating like that. And I can't imagine anybody feels good eating like that either, mentally or physically. On that note, I do appreciate you watching. I am gonna finish this. Comment, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notified every time I upload, and I'll be back later in the week with either the ABC challenge, which I saw Will Tennyson do, or eating foods I've never tried before. But stay tuned, ring the bell, and you'll find out.